The Bible is filled with so many great stories about people and about events, but it's also filled with lots of truth. And one of the truths that come out of it are in these things called parables. Parables are stories that Jesus told to convey truths about who God is. Well, today's story involves a parable in which one person asks Jesus a question and then he goes on to tell a story about it. So what I'd love for you to do right now is to pause the video, read the passage on the screen, answer these few questions, and then when you're done, press play and we'll continue. But I want you to see how Jesus responds to this really interesting question. Ready? Press pause now. Okay, so this guy in the parable stored up so many great things just for himself. And the fact is that God told him that he was missing the point. That he was storing up all the things for himself, and he was missing a greater point. In fact, one of the greater points that he missed is the fact that Jesus said, the two greatest commandments for you to do is to love God and to love other people. Well, he was just loving himself in this one. And because of that, this man in the parable suffered a big consequences. His life was taken from him. Now, this is a tough story to hear, but it goes to illustrate a huge point, is that when we store up all these things in our lives and just for us, we miss a greater point. We miss an opportunity to love God and to love other people. And so our bottom line today is, when you focus on stuff, you can miss what matters. What really mattered here is that he loved God and loved other people, not that he loved himself. It's not such a bad thing to store up things. However, if you're storing them up just for you, it can be a bad thing. And you can lose sight of what really matters, loving God and loving other people. So I want to encourage you today to really think about, what are you storing up things for? Are you storing them up just for you? Or are you storing up for others and for God? I also want to encourage you to be looking at the Bible verse that we've been looking at all month long and put it into memory. It's Philippians 4:12. I have learned the secret of being content no matter what happens. I am content whether I am well fed or hungry. I am content whether I have more than enough or not enough. Paul was content in every life situation. And we can be content too. And that doesn't mean that we don't have to try to get good things and try to do good things. But if we're doing them just for ourselves, then we're missing the bigger point. And we can miss how God can use us in a mighty way. So I want to encourage you to store up things, but to store up things for God's use and to be used by other people. All right, everyone, I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next time as we wrap up our series on contentment.